Shalom. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash, and the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, I am Nawah Allah from GMS Chicago, and this is going to be a quick lesson on a movie review, such as this recent movie that just came out called Civil War. And in this movie, basically, there is a civil war in America, and there was a split in America. You have the Western forces against the government, basically. And in this movie, it was too graphic. It was real graphic. And you have the government of the United States basically putting on their news sources and whatnot, basically putting out false reports about Western forces losing against to the government, basically. But yeah, this movie was real intense, and the times that we're coming into, all right, is gonna get more graphic than what you see in the movie, all right, and we can see that the United States is heading into a civil war, and you can see, this situation with Trump, and and these states having damn, I forgot what's it called, but shit. These states, they're basically adding Trump or not adding him in like certain votes and whatnot. But yeah, soon, in America, there's gonna be a civil war, all right, and even that is prophecy itself as well, all right, because it's in the scriptures. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get into the scriptures, all right, because we're about to see. We can see that gradually coming, all right. Civil war is on the way. And here's Matthew chapter 12, verse 26. I'm actually going to start at verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or a house divided against itself shall not stand. And yeah, a nation against itself, or a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. All right, everything is brought to desolation, and basically in that movie, that's what we're basically seeing. In that movie, a nation, basically Esau against himself, basically. All right, Esau against his own people, and look how America turned out to be in that scenario. America went to shit. And we're beginning to see that, all right, here in this lifetime. All right, we're beginning to see that as there's with Trump's situation, right? Because if Trump doesn't win the election, there's going to be some uproars of the people, and that's also spoken about in the scriptures, because that's also prophecy as well. And if Biden wins, no, if Biden isn't in office, still, there's still going to be uproars, all right? At the end of the day, we understand that, soon, there will be sedition among men, all right? Soon all hell is going to break loose eventually, and it's not going to be it's not going to be good at all for Esau and for these 2/3 Israelites. But I'll keep reading. Verse 26. And if Satan cast out sin, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And yeah, right now we're seeing the downfall of Esau's kingdom. All right, Esau on the left hand is basically going at the neck of Esau on the right hand. All right, you got the red and the blue. You got the Democrats and the fucking Republicans. Me, I'm not into politics at all, but hey, I watch the news. I look into things that are related to that because the majority of it is prophecy being made manifested. All right, that's spoken in the scriptures. But yeah, in that movie there was a split in America. All right, a whole civil war. There were states, all right, that were joining forces to come after against the government of America. But hey, in that time, when all hell breaks loose, when there's a civil war and there's gonna be a lack of goods and all that, these people, all right, they're not gonna be joining forces like that as you see in the movie, all right. In the scriptures, it says there shall be sedition among men. But anyways, here's Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. Salakia, bear with me. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. But yeah, soon, these people in America, they're gonna be turning against each other. All right, when all hell breaks loose, when these people have nothing left to lose, they lose it, and they're gonna release their anger on each other. All right. It's gonna get real serious out here in the streets of America. And hey, these Hollywood movies, Esau basically shows you things before it even happens, and you see many of that, in Hollywood movies most of the time. Even this recent movie called "Leave the War Behind." You have a scenario where there was a blackout, and these people went nuts within a few days, right? Because there was no electricity. But anyways, here is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. Yeah, these are basically the times that we're coming into, and this is what was seen in the movie, all right? Because it was so graphic. These people were all confused. All right, these people, they were basically in that movie. Death for them was basically normality. Death was basically a common thing in that movie. Whenever somebody dies, they literally shed no tears for each other. Majority of them, they literally shed no tears for each other because death was such a common thing that hey, even death in the times that we're coming into is going to be a common thing. You see dead bodies lying around, but hey, the Lord is about to bring heavy judgment upon these people, upon Esau, upon these heathens, upon these 2/3, all right? But anyways, I'm going to start with verse 14. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. In that movie, Civil War, that's what we were seeing. People are arming themselves with swords, such as their assault rifles, their guns, all right, and it was basically almost an all-out free-for-all. Of course, you got, uh, groups that were working together, but other than that, there was a lot of death. There was a lot of people fighting against each other, people looting, all right. And you're gonna see a lot of looting here in reality too. People are going to be looting because of the lack of bread, all right, and for great tribulation. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princesses, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's what that also what we were seeing in the war, in the movie Civil War. Sedition among men, invading one another, not regarding the kings nor princesses, not regarding their governments, their officials, the police officers, the law enforcement, all that shit. All right, this is about to become a reality in America, especially for America, but worldwide too. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And we're about to see checkpoints too, martial law. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And hey, that's the times that we're coming into. We are slowly, gradually seeing that, alright? Alright, and we know we're at the end because the Lord told us, alright, the Lord showed us in the scriptures the signs of the times of what to look out for, so that we know when the Lord is about to return. Alright? We don't know what exact day that the Lord is about to return, but hey, we do know that the returning of Yahushua is near for a fact, because of the prophecies that are taking place on the earth. And hey, as this destruction comes, as the Lord starts judging people, don't be surprised, because hey, really the Lord is going to be judging the 2/3 of Israel, Esau, and these heathen nations as well. But here's Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. And hey, this goes to show you that hey, punishment, judgment is for the wicked, right? But it says, verse 20, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, till the indignation be overpassed. And what we're doing right now is that we're hiding, all right. We're taking refuge. Don't want to butcher it at all. Lord willing, I can find it real quick. Basically, scripture was basically talking about like, well, that's what we're doing basically right now. Where we're hiding ourselves, all right. The nation in the fear of the Lord, all right. We will continue doing as well, so that the Lord may have mercy on us, all right. Which ultimately, at the end of the day, the Lord will have mercy on his elect. Of his place, who's out there committing iniquity, who's out there not repenting, all right? These 2/3 Jakes, these 2/3 Israelites, right? Shall know. See, it says, look, the Lord is coming from heaven to punish the people of the earth for their sins. The earth will no longer hide those who have been killed. They will be brought out for all to see. And hey, that's what we're basically going to be seeing. Dead bodies everywhere in the times to come. All right, death will be a common thing, especially here in America. All right, it's gonna get real rough out here in the streets of America, coming into a time like never before, a perilous time. All right, and hey, this the Lord is literally speeding up the times. All right, for the elect's sake, because He's getting ready to deliver them. All right. But anyways, that was just that. I recommend watching the movie Civil War. Something to look out for. Keep watching. We're almost out of here. But anyways, hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.